Hello, this is Yusuf from the research team in ITWorks. I work with Dr. Tariq Nabhan, and today I'll take you through the opinion mining use case demonstrated for EASI-CLOUDS project. Opinion mining demonstrator represents a sample data-intensive real-time application. Its aim is to crawl social networks and analyze the public sentiment on specific topics defined by the end users. Such a product has a wide variety of use cases, since users can choose to track public sentiment on specific products, specific brands, public figures, political issues, or track voter sentiment during an election. The system then produces reports on the community size, overall sentiment, community trends, and impacts of the authors that contribute to that search. Here I would like to show you a high-level architecture of the system. Clients interact with a front-end web application hosted on a web server. The web server communicates with a middleware that is responsible for the allocation and deallocation of resources. The main components of the system consists of a load component that crawls social networks and learns the trends associated with each post, and stores the information into NoSQL data. It utilizes a sentiment analyzer to attach a sentiment with each post. There is also an author impact learning component that checks the history of posts of each author and learns their impact. And finally, an aggregations job that computes all the aggregates required by the reporting module. From a technical viewpoint, this application requires massively parallel computation. It requires the ability to dynamically spawn and terminate instances and dynamically redistribute the workload. It also requires a NoSQL big data storage to hold the crawled data. And from more of a business perspective, it requires a billing module plus an identity management and subscription module, which we rely on EASI-CLOUDS platform to provide. The initial prototype of this application was developed on Windows Azure for specific reasons. First, the ability to develop using C#. It also has Windows Azure storage tables, which serves as a NoSQL big data storage for semi-structured data. It also provides the ability to spawn and free instances on the fly. Now allow me to take you through the reports generated by the opinion mining demonstrator. From the Select Search dropdown, a user selects one of his current searches that he or she tracked and then clicks on Get Statistics button to view the current results. As you can see from the list, we are currently testing the system on Egypt as a general political topic and other telco operators to measure their customer satisfaction. So now I'll choose Egypt and then click Statistics. The first chart on the top left shows community distribution over social networks. The total number of posts shows the raw count of posts retrieved from the social networks that match the defined search. And the posts with their impact sums up the impacts of each post we have crawled. The community size shows the raw number of authors contributing to that search. Here, for instance, we can see the distribution of community size is like 30% in Facebook to 70% in Twitter, while when we compare the posts and the posts with their impacts, the ratio is actually much less. This will show to the users that authors on Twitter are more active than authors on Facebook in general. But the difference in traffic is also due to the fact that Facebook is a private network by nature, and we crawl only the public posts on social network. where Twitter is a public network by nature. So naturally, Twitter reveals more traffic than Facebook to our system. The chart on the top right shows the overall community sentiment. This is a weighted average of sentiments over all posts. And since Egypt is a very generic topic, we can see the indicator here shows a neutral sentiment. The authors trends chart shows the distribution of authors over sentiments based on the trends given the posts we crawled. So for each author, we check the historical posts of this author and whether it tends to be towards a positive trend sentiment or a negative trend sentiment or whatever. And then we reveal the final trend of this author in this chart. The chart on the right shows the topics under this search. So for instance, Egypt is a very broad topic, and users would want to know what are people talking about regarding Egypt. Is it regarding the education system, the health in Egypt, or whatever? Here we show the top 3 topics users have mentioned. And as we can see here, it's all in Arabic because it relies on a predefined ontology in the system, and currently the predefined ontology is defined for Arabic language only. The topics shown here are media, internal security, which shows a negative sentiment, and defense. The authors ranking chart distributes authors based on their impacts into 3 main categories: very high impact authors, medium impact authors, and low impact authors. And the circles here are clickable, so users can drill down into this circle and see which authors are more influential than others. The last chart in this dashboard shows the trend of posts with their impacts over time. The default view is over a month period. The large bar shows the total over all social networks, while the other 2 bars are one for Twitter and one for Facebook. The tooltip on the bar show a narrative of the information on that bar, plus the top 3 issues filtered by the time period on the x-axis. So here we have crawled for only November 2013. And again, we can see media, defense, and internal security as the top 3 issues, which mainly come from Twitter, actually. And when we click on the bar, we can see the days associated with that month and drill down to it. Here we can see the days on the x-axis. And the tooltip in this case will show the results filtered by that time period on that day. So here we can see that people were talking about internal security, media, and cities mainly. Here it's a different set of topics: financials, internal security, and defense. And we can drill down on a specific day to see the hours of that day. So I'm clicking now on the date of today, November 17th. So here you can see the hours of today in UTC time zone. And again, the results shown on the bar will be filtered by the selected hour. So here it shows media, cities, and internal security. And as you can see, the system runs in real time up to the current hour. Now I'd like to take you to the author's dashboard, which we can access by clicking on any of the circles here or clicking on View All Authors. So now I'll click on View All Authors. And this shows the list of all authors who contributed to this search. These results are sorted by author's impact and number of posts. And then we can click on the author of interest to see his dashboard. So here we can see the dashboard for a specific author, and the part on the top shows basic details about the author, his name, his impact as learned by the system, number of posts tracked so far, and his overall trend. Below it directly we can see a trend chart that shows the actions performed by this author and the associated sentiment with each action. Actions in the system means any post the author has authored directly, or has retweeted, or has liked. And in case of retweets and likes, we show the sentiment associated with the post retweeted or liked. Here we can see this author has not performed any retweets or likes, so we can see he has 3 posts associated with 3 actions here. And at the bottom of the page, we can actually see the list of posts authored by this author. This concludes our demo. Thanks for listening, and have a good day.